Hey everybody, good morning. We're going to take a look at the properties of operations graphic organizer right now. So get that out at this time, whether you have that on your desk or in your folder. And we're going to take a look at some of these properties that are missing some information. You can see the first one there was done for you, the additive identity property, which says that any number added to 0 will be that number. So adding 0 won't change anything. So the multiplicative identity property would say something like 7 times 1 will equal 7. So any number times 1 will give you that number. And if you want to think about that in terms of variables, a times 1 would equal a. So any number times by 1 will give you that number. So over here, we can say that multiplying by 1 won't change anything. So multiplying by 1 won't change anything. Next, we come to 7 plus 3 equals 3 plus 7. Well, that is the commutative property of addition, saying that order does not matter when it comes to addition. 7 times 3, or 7 plus 3 is going to give me 10, and 3 plus 7 is going to give me 10. Order doesn't matter in addition. Same thing for multiplication here. Order doesn't matter in multiplication. 20 times 4 will give me 80. 4 times 20 will give me 80. It does not matter how I write that. So underneath that, I'll give you so A times B equals B times A. So you can see the variable form of that as well. Same thing up here. A plus B is the same as B plus A. Order doesn't matter. All right, let's bump down to the associative property of addition. And the associative property of addition basically says that it does not matter. So for instance, we could have 2 plus 3 plus 1, and we could have 2 plus 3 plus 1. So if you can tell there, grouping won't change anything. On the left side, we have 2, 3, 1. On the right side, we have 2, 3, and 1. It just varies because the parentheses is around the 3 and the 1 on the left side, and it's around the 2 and the 3 on the right side. This can also be seen for variables. A plus B plus C equals A plus B plus C on the outside. Same thing for multiplication. Grouping will not change anything. 2 times 3 times 1 is the same as 2 times 3 times 1. And we can do that for variables as well. A times B times C equals A times B times C. Grouping doesn't matter in that case either. This is one that we've worked with already. This is called the additive inverse property, where inverse means the opposite. So it's showing you that adding numbers opposite will give you 0. And we can also do this a plus negative a equals 0. Any variable you can put in there to work. The multiplicative inverse property is a little bit different. It says that any number, so for instance 8 times its reciprocal, is going to give you a result of 1. And we can also see that in terms of variables, a times 1 over a is going to equal 1. Any number times its reciprocal will give me a result of 1. All right, moving down here, what similarities, doesn't want to stay up there. What similarities do you notice between the identities and the inverses? Well, the identities all have in common the number 1, where inverses all have the number 0 involved. All right, so there you have it. That is your properties of operations graphic organizer, cheat sheet, if you will. So you're going to use this and do some practice properties problems on the Google form, which is right underneath this link to this video on the tiered lesson. All right, guys, good job, and I look forward to seeing how you do on the Google form.